Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Community Cooking with the Co-op. I'm Paul Addis. I'm the reference librarian over at the Coos Bay Public Library. Tonight, I have my community partners, Coos Head Food Co-op. We have Tim Bolster, their outreach coordinator. We have Alan and maybe Raphael back on the camera. And then we have our cook tonight, cooking instructor Valerie Verkerke, and she's going to be, well, I'll let her explain what she's going to cook. And I just want everybody to know that we are recording this to put it on the library's YouTube channel. The way I record it mutes your names, but not your video. We love it if you leave your video on, but understand if you don't want to be on the library's YouTube channel. And please respectfully unmute if you have questions or put them in chat and I can ask Valerie the questions. And with that, it's all yours, Valerie. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the co-op and the library. Tonight we're making stuffed portobello mushrooms. This has been a mainstay in my repertoire for years and years. It's something that if you love mushrooms, it's really easy to make your own, to do variations on, as you will see as we go along. I'll probably point out a number of them. So we're going to start, you have your ovens heating. We're going to just refresh our nuts a little bit, or if you have raw, we're going to heat them just a little bit to crisp them up because it makes the final product a lot better.
Cool.
So the first thing we're going to do is clean our mushrooms. So here I have two. I usually say if they're any smaller than this, and it's your dinner, you might want to have two mushrooms rather than one. When they start hitting this size, it's often enough because, of course, the cheese makes it a rich dish.
So it's on the smaller side, consider two, I guess, right?
Yes, cool. Exactly.
Cool.
And so first thing I'm going to do is wipe these off with a damp towel. Don't ever put your mushrooms underwater because they just absorb all that water and it makes your dish mushy.
Mushy and soggy.
Yeah, so
I remember being blown away when I learned that portobello mushrooms are just big cremini mushrooms. Right? I'm not wrong about that. Okay, good. I was worried for a second.
You're like, wait, did I get that right?
Everyone's quiet. I must be wrong.
Well, for me,
I think we were all just looking at Valerie to confirm.
Yeah.
True.
Fully grown cremini mushrooms.
Sometimes they even call them baby bellas so they can charge you more money for them. And creminis grow just as easily as white butt mushrooms, so I didn't check the prices, but they should never really be any more costly than white mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Got it. I'll make sure our produce department knows.
Okay. All right, so these are actually pretty clean. They usually are these days. They used to come in with, big clumps of dirt on the bottom, but they're trimmed nicely. This is a good stem, so I am cleaning the little bit of dirt off the edge of it, but I'll still trim it off a little bit. Okay. So you'll see in your recipe, it says don't use mushy stems. So I just peel them. This one's really firm, so this is a good fresh mushroom. So we can chop this up and it can be part of the body of our stuffing.
Oh, cool.
So a not firm stem, when you squeeze it, it feels like it's full of air. And when you take it off, you'll see that it is pretty much full of air because it's starting to shrink, dry up.
It doesn't look quite as white as these stems, too.
And that, too, yes.
It's a little funkier.
All right, so I'm going to cut this off. Well, first I try, and if they just pop off like that, perfect.
Cool.
Stems are coming off.
Yeah. Oh, both of them, perfect.
Nice.
Sometimes when they're older, like these bigger ones, that you can also tell it's older because the edges are not
like
still
rounded.
perfect. Yes, it's opened up. Like if you've ever seen mushrooms growing in your yard, that's where they go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is just a thin membrane here, so you can try and leave it on, or if it comes off, you can throw it in with your filling, cut it off, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to use a spoon to scrape out the gills. You can leave them. In this case, you're going to put ingredients on top of them, and so it's not a matter of discoloring anything. If you leave the gills on portobellos when you put them in a sauce, it turns it a kind of a murky gray that is a little bit less appetizing.
Cool.
All right, so we're gonna scrape.
Okay.
And a spoon I see there, which
Yeah.
is a good technique.
It just seems like the tip of the spoon is the best tool. And it's really, they come off really easily. So there we are.
Nice.
And it doesn't have to be 100% at all. It does not influence the flavor.
Cool. Just doing the best we can.
Sorry.
And Valerie, you're not going to use those gills you're scraping out, right?
No, but if you want to dye something brown, you can use them.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're composting them.
That's right.
Cool.
All right, we're all cleaned up. So I'm going to set these guys aside. I'm going to take the stems and trim off the end that was in the ground because there's just a little bit of dirt still on it.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to use the rest of the stems.
Yep.
Cool.
So I will, because it's round and really pulley, cut it in half to make it easier and safer to cut.
Yeah, cutting in half and laying the flat parts down so you can
Yeah.
continue cutting. Cool.
I see a little bit of dirt around the edge here where it opened up, so I'm just going to peel that off. All right. And so the mushrooms aren't that big. We want all of the ingredients in our filling to be rather small, so you don't have big chunks of things hanging out.
So you're going to cut it pretty fine, right?
Yes, I'm going to do just a small dice.
Got it.
So I'm cutting them in
your
thirds.
stems.
Yeah, and then my middle piece is going to be a little bit thick still, so I'm going to take my middle pieces and put them together and cut them one more time. So my dice is smaller. One more time lengthwise. This guy.
We did the Beat Food Systems, which puts the food in the library at the fridge, did a gardening workshop a few weeks ago. And one of the people there was teaching people how to grow their own wine cap mushrooms. He was saying that when the wine caps are growing and you see the mushrooms, when the cap is still like closed, like we see on these like fresher two, they're ready to pick and good to eat. And he said that when the caps start to open up and become kind of flat, that's when they're spreading their spores into the ground to create new mushrooms. And by that time, they're not at their like perfect time to eat. You know, it's better to leave them and let them spore and create new mushrooms.
Can we?
And now that I've seen this,
Kind of like oysters.
yeah. Was there a question?
Yeah, I thought somebody might have had a question there. Julia, did you have a question?
That's okay. If you do, let us know. We're here for you.
Yeah.
We're just still chopping up our stems.
Okay.
Take your time. No rush, folks.
Just a couple more.
Got like little cubes.
And remember too, I mean, these aren't the size I'm aiming for, but as you may know, mushrooms shrink incredibly when they cook. So there we've got that. And I also said optional were some more mushrooms. So if you love mushroom flavor, enhance it with a little bit extra of some creminis or shiitakes, whatever you might have. We're using beech today because they're cute. And they're small already, so what the heck?
Sure.
The stem you looked up, or you cut up, really just looks like chicken.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, mushrooms kind of amaze me in that way.
It depends on what you season it with. You can make it like a chicken salad with that.
Yeah, it's funny how often it looks like meat mushrooms.
Yeah.
So these, like oyster mushrooms, have the base where they're growing from. That's usually pretty fibrous and woody, so I'm cutting that off.
Okay.
Otherwise, all of the stems are edible. The one mushroom that you don't eat the stem of is shiitake. They just remain fibrous. But you can dry them out and grind them and use them as a seasoning powder.
Oh, cool.
Got it. And then no matter what kind of mushrooms people might be using, if they're adding more, are they going to cut them pretty fine like you did with the stem here?
We
Okay.
would do the same if you were using creminis or shiitakes, oysters. They're this big. Oysters you could just tear up a little bit. The other ones just cut them into quarters or sixths.
Mhm.
So they're about the same size as your stem pieces.
All right.
So I'm just going to put my little caps, over here. And then this is still attached. So I'm just going to give it one more little cut, but then not use the very bottom.
All right.
Into the compost. All right. Oh, I'll use this bowl for just mix the filling ingredients together.
Need another bowl of meat.
Oh. All right, so I'm just putting my mushrooms in the bowl because we're going to mix it together with some other things.
And so far, that's just the stems of the portobellos and the whatever other mushrooms you might have decided to add.
Exactly. And then let's get our nuts ready.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So we're going to roast these in the oven for I'm going to go 6 minutes.
Okay.
These are the bulk hazelnuts here that say roasted. I tasted them. They're pretty fresh, but they still have been sitting in a bin. And we want nice, crisp ingredients here as far as our nuts go. And if you have raw, so my oven is preheated to 325.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put these in, set it for 6 minutes, and they'll be perfect. And just remember that hazelnuts might still be white on the outside, but their interiors start browning before the outside does. And they taste burned if they get too dark.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
6 minutes, huh?
6 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to set a timer.
Cool.
All right. Done with our mushrooms. Let's set those aside. Have a shallot here. This is going to be part of our filling, and this is what's going to give them a really nice crunchy texture and a little onioniness.
Nice.
So just cut the ends off. If you don't know shallots, they're kind of like a mild onion. They're usually, they're often used in vinaigrettes and things to raw. So they don't have to be cooked really to be enjoyed like some alliums. All right. I cut that in half. It's a pretty big one, so I'm going to use 2/3 of it for our mushroom filling, and I'm going to keep a little bit and use it in the salad vinaigrette.
Cool.
So get a nice dice in this. I'm going to cut horizontally. Do it with that flat hand, please. Don't put your fingers down. And I'm just going to go right through the middle because it's not big and fat. And then make a few slices lengthwise again on top. And then seaweed. This is a little bit smaller than our mushrooms, but it's an onion, so there we go.
Great.
Voila.
Nice.
Into the bowl.
Oops, I did that wrong. Cool.
Don't forget to save part of your shallot for your salad.
That's right here. Or if you like it, if not, just put it all in with your mushrooms. That was a little strong.
Potent.
All right. And then let's see, let's grate our cheese. So 1 cup is about a 1/4 pound, 4 ounces. I have a half pound here because I need it. Grate that baby up.
Are there other kinds of cheese people could use for this?
There is. So this is a domestic provolone. So it's fairly mild. It has a nice tanginess, but it melts really well. So that's why we chose it for this.
Got it.
You can use things like provolone. It's a little bit nuttier. Gruyere is really fabulous. That's really nutty.
Did you mean the Jarlsberg?
Jarlsberg is one too. That Jarlsberg is a great melter, and I think it's everywhere. It used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Swiss cheese. It has holes in it, but it's got a better texture than your generic Swiss.
And then
I'm assuming, Valerie, if a vegan had like a fake cheese that melted okay, they could use that.
Yes, what brand do you have here?
I don't know what brand it is. BioLife, maybe?
Oh,
Yeah, I think you have
Yeah.
that.
absolutely. If you are a plant-based person, I have found that Miyako cheeses melt really well and they have a good cheesy flavor.
Nice.
All right.
Cool. So we're aiming for about a cup here.
Oh, Julia asked what's in the oven. We put the hazelnuts in the oven for 6 minutes, Julia, at 325.
Yes.
You don't want to overcook them because Valerie was saying they cook from the inside first and they can go bad on the inside. So don't cook them too long.
And even if you're using, say, raw pecans have a lot of oil, so they burn pretty quickly. So 6 minutes is probably enough. And remember, they will cook again anyway in your filling.
Oh,
All right. So I'm going to move our cheese over. And let's see, lemon zest. Let me see how much I need. Okay, our hazelnuts will be done shortly. And then now we're going to mix, we're going to do like a little coating on the inside of the mushroom. It just keeps the garlic flavor really fresh when you do it this way. So take 2 tablespoons of your parsley, garlic, and some marjoram, and we're going to mix that together. So garlic.
So garlic, you doing a couple cloves of garlic?
I think it's for 2 mushrooms, you really only need 1 clove.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, 2. Yeah.
2 cloves. Okay.
My
2
mistake.
cloves of garlic, and you're cutting them in kind of big chunks.
Because I'm going to smash them. And it's much easier if you kind of get a head start.
Got it. So first step is cutting them in kind of
Yeah.
big chunks, but you're going to smash them. 2 cloves of garlic.
And-
Reaching for our parsley now.
So I've already washed all my vegetables, so they're ready to go. And we want at least a couple tablespoons here.
Of parsley?
Yes.
Okay. Couple
And-
tablespoons of parsley.
The small stems are good, but you don't want the big ones. You can put them in your compost or put them in your freezer for stock when you make it.
Mhm.
All right, that might be enough.
Nice.
No, I do prefer my bigger knife. All right, I'm going to give that a rough chop.
Nice.
Okay, and
Well,
nuts are ready.
nuts are ready. Okay.
All right, so you can proceed here in a couple different ways. You can put some salt on top of this and just keep smashing it kind of with your blade and the side of your knife until it becomes a paste. That will take you a little while.
So Valerie, do you have the garlic and the parsley there?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Now I can see it. Cool.
And
Oh, so you're mixing it all together.
I'm mixing these together. It's half of your parsley allotment for this recipe, I think, or to your own taste.
Yeah, you said like 2 tablespoons of parsley, a couple
Yep.
cloves of garlic, and I saw you added some salt.
Some
in there.
salt.
That's cool.
And then marjoram, we have dried marjoram. And how much did I say? A couple teaspoons? 3 teaspoons dry.
3 teaspoons. Yeah.
Okay. Fresh, of course, is the better choice, as in most things, but this will still work perfectly. And marjoram and mushrooms are like a match made in heaven.
I don't know
So,
that I'm very familiar with marjoram. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
marjoram is related to oregano, but as far as I'm concerned, most of the time I'll grab marjoram before oregano.
Oh,
Okay, you guys are smashing up your garlic and parsley, either with your knife or your mortar and pestle,
Mhm.
or whatever you use.
Big spoon can work sometimes.
Yeah, maybe so. Never tried that.
cool.
But the side of your knife is works pretty well because it doesn't give, and the edge of your blade will help you out some.
Yeah.
So this parsley has a lot of chlorophyll. I can smell it's a little stronger than my garlic. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more garlic. Because heaven forbid we don't have enough garlic.
Yeah, wouldn't want that.
So if you got your parsley from the co-op, there's a chance yours might be pretty strong too. So feel free to add garlic if you want.
And then here's a little tip on that. If your parsley is beautiful and green like this, but it's too strong for you, you can take the leaves off, chop it up a little bit, and then put it in a kitchen towel and run it under water and keep squeezing it, and that will take some of the chlorophyll out. Not all of it, but it will soften up that flavor and make it more mild.
Cool.
All right, that's enough. All right, now we're going to take this paste and we're going to rub it around the inside of our mushrooms. So that's the
The
fresh
paste
tip.
itself looks good now.
Yeah, you could put this on things.
Flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to divide it up first to make sure everybody gets some. All right, there we go.
And I took the nuts out of the oven. Can I turn the oven off now?
Yes,
We're done,
please.
right?
Yep, save that fuel. All right, and then just spreading it around. Of course, the smoother that your parsley is, the easier it will be to spread. Mine's a little chunky, but that's okay.
And so you're just making like a coating in there?
Yes.
Okay. And folks should have taken their nuts out if they've been in the oven for 6 minutes.
Yes, because remember they're going to keep cooking a little bit in that hot pan.
Oh, right.
Ready? Spready, spready.
We have a request for a close-up of the paste.
All right.
Coming up.
Here, let me just make it a little bit pastier as it should be.
Thank
Just
you. Close-up coming up.
there we go. All right. Come on out. And if you are an absolute garlic lover and you make it more garlic than parsley, of course, it won't be this green and it will be a little bit smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like perfectly smooth on the mushroom. We're kind of just moving it around as best we can and making sure most of the mushroom has some green on it.
Yeah, so that it's spread pretty much evenly.
Cool.
Around.
And Valerie, remind us why we're doing this?
Because we're going to put some heavy, rich flavors on top, the cheese, the nuts. So this is, when you bite into it, you're going to hit that fresh layer of parsley and garlic that's just going to enliven all the other flavors.
Wow. Very cool.
All right. That baby's done. Little rinse.
Yes.
And those ones. 1 second.
Right. Feel like this coating's the extra little step none of us would have known about.
No, yeah, definitely.
We would have just.
Can you tell me what she used in the mortar and pestle?
Yeah, that was about 2 tablespoons of parsley, 2 cloves of garlic, and like some pinches of salt thrown in there.
And the marjoram.
And the marjoram, thank you. Yes, key ingredient.
How much marjoram again, Valerie?
3 teaspoons of marjoram.
3 teaspoons, a tablespoon is what that is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we're going to rub the skins off of our hazelnuts. If you have pecans, of course, you don't have to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to move these guys over here. First down line. I have lemon in the mushroom, don't I? Some zest.
Yes.
Oh.
1 tablespoon, the zest of 1 large lemon.
Okay. All right. Hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts.
Is this in your way?
That's fine.
Oh, you're good.
Here.
Remember, the handle's hot if you use the hands.
Just what I
Oh,
was
yeah.
use that. Cool.
I'm going to do half at a time. And the beauty of using the both hazelnuts from the co-op here is because they're already roasted, or it's the kind of hazelnut, I'm not sure, but these skins come off really easily.
So you're wrapping it in a towel and
Yeah. I'm just bunching it up. Whoops, except for the hole I made today with my knife. There we go.
want to escape.
And then I'm just kind of rubbing them around.
Ah,
If you have a terry towel, like this work towel, shop towels are absolutely perfect. Once you start doing this though with hazelnuts, you will find that you will have a dedicated nut rubbing towel because it will become brown in the middle. So you could add the skins to your mushroom gills to dry things. So we got some off, not all of it, and that's okay. What nut skins like this or walnuts contribute is a little bit of a tannic flavor, but not so much on hazelnuts. But it is better to get off as much as you can. And sometimes, I mean, you just rub them with your fingers. And but I think that is plenty.
But it's okay to leave a little skin on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Always want to leave a little skin.
that's right.
All right. So
They're going in the mortar.
so here's
So,
one.
Valerie, somebody said if the skin is not coming off, what is wrong?
It's just the nature of the nut.
Okay.
So just leave it.
And I think it's sometimes you see larger hazelnuts than these. Good luck ever getting that skin off. It must be the kind of nut it is. I also think when they're fresher, the skin doesn't come off as easily.
We're accepting the nut where it is. We're meeting the nut where
That's
it is.
right.
That works. meet the nut where it's at.
Yeah, when I started skinning walnuts, it went from being my least favorite nut to my most favorite. Roasting them kind of dark brown and taking the skins off, it makes them into something totally different.
Wow. I had no idea.
It is true. All right. So rubbing these guys.
It's the second half of our hazelnuts that we didn't get to yet.
So the last time I did this with hazelnuts, I was not paying attention and I was really going crazy in my mortar. And so it was kind of crummy and I thought, oh, that's okay. But it wasn't for this dish because when I really powdered them down like that, it made the cheese and the whole thing kind of gritty and it wasn't as nice, excuse me, as it will be just breaking them up.
Okay.
So
no pressure to go really intense with these.
no, so one method. Okay, it's done. The other one, I'm going to use this to prevent nuts from flying everywhere. I'm just going to set my towel over the top. And actually, you know what works even better?
The bottom of the pan.
Glad that wasn't hot.
Nice.
And we have broken, if there's little crumbs on the bottom, throw them on your cereal tomorrow morning.
Yum.
All right, that one.
Cool.
And Julia said, thank you for taking the time to write the directions so we can make this at a later date.
Absolutely, of course. Yeah, sometimes dinner is very late at my house because if I'm making something I haven't made before, I have to be writing it down while I'm making it.
That's smart.
Well, for me it is, but not for my honey when he's starving.
Yeah.
So you broke them all up. You gave them a quick smash, but they're still going in the mortar and pestle.
I'm setting them here. It's just my holding vessel.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
And I'm also kind of doing this to have all of the small crumbs sink to the bottom. And make it easier for me when I grab them.
Oh, cool.
All right.
We're setting those aside.
So those are ready. And then we're almost at the end of mushroom prep here. So our lemon, I'm going to start heating up the pan because we're going to do a little saute with the stem.
Stem mixture that we made earlier.
Yes. And so do you guys prefer seeing these get cooked under the broiler or in the pan? Does anybody have a preference? Do you care? I prefer them in the oven.
I'm gonna
But,
say in the pan because the broiler didn't work last time. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
that's right.
okay, I thought it was just user or we didn't know.
No. Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're going to do them in the pan. So I will
Okay.
need-
A lid. Okay.
All right, so let me just see how much lemon zest I need here. There we go. So I'm gonna also need the rest of my parsley. So you should have 2 more tablespoons of parsley ready. So get that ready on your board.
So just rough chop 2 more tablespoons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zest. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I lost my lemon.
No
Right.
worries.
All right, so now we're going to zest the lemon. I often do this on a piece of wax paper because there's all of these oils that come flying off everywhere. So if you do it on wax paper, you can maybe save a few, like scraping the lemon zest into your whatever you're making, and it's not all lost. And plus, it's easier to aim on a big sheet of paper than it is a little tiny thing like that.
So we want about a tablespoon of this, right?
I just do the
The
whole thing.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
because I don't think you can ever have too much lemon, kind of like garlic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Although I did have too much garlic once in my life.
Get sick?
No, I actually picked it off of a pizza because I asked for extra and it was too much. I couldn't believe I was picking it up.
Yeah, I've had too much garlic before.
It-
Then you have to live with it for a few days too.
Yeah. Yes.
I once had a boss in the days of me using mountains of garlic. And after a meeting, I was talking to him and he said, "Oh my God, you always reek of garlic." And I worked with the public. And I said, "You're telling me now what happened 2 years ago?"
I had a coworker like that for years. She would go down the street and get this like pizza slice with all this garlic every day at lunch. And then, so for the second half of the day, she always smelled like garlic.
It's delicious, but you got to be careful.
Oh yeah.
They say if you chew on some chlorophyll, like, parsley sprig or something, that should help. But I think some people just will smell like whatever it is, no matter what.
Yeah. I
Can't
think we all process garlic differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention before you start zesting your lemon, if you're going to use the juice, roll it first, because if it's already zested and if it's a really ripe lemon, it's going to probably smash and crackle. And I already did this a bit, so I'm just doing a little bit more so we get maximum juiciness. I'm going to cut it open so it's ready to go when we want it. And that's done. All right. So turning on the pan to like medium. Let's see. What do we do again? Medium high. Okay. Start.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Medium. We're heating it up.
And put a little oil in.
Mhm.
So I'm using olive oil. If you have some nut oil, like say you had some hazelnut oil or whatever, pecan oil, you could use it for this because we're not going to heat it very high. Those oils are not cooking oils, or you can just put it on after.
All right.
But you can, if you don't like that's too strong, use a neutral oil like sunflower oil or avocado oil.
Mhm. You probably did like a tablespoon of olive oil.
Yeah, just enough to cover the bottom because we don't really have that much. All right,
And
so
did we say medium or medium high on the heat?
well, we're going to go up to medium high. I just started medium.
Cool.
So while I chop my parsley, I'll give you a stainless steel frying pan tip. Some people hate stainless steel because things stick to it. So if you start heating it up a few minutes before you're going to cook slowly, it sets those metal molecules in the right place and your pan is less sticky.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
So you're cutting more parsley up, right?
Yes, because we're going to be using it because your recipe says a quarter cup and we use half of that. So here's my other half.
Okay. So looks like maybe another tablespoon of parsley.
2 tablespoons more. We'll pretend that's 2.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So now I'm gonna go up to medium high.
Okay.
Heats up pretty quickly.
It looks like what will go in there is going to be our stem of the portobello mushrooms with the shallots, whatever other mushrooms we want.
Okay, so we're gonna do this, salt, pepper, and that's it. And I'm sorry, I already put my shallots in here. Your directions say to put the shallots in after. So our mushrooms will have softer shallots. If you put your shallots in after the mushrooms cook, yours will be crunchier. But the flavor will end up being the same.
So it sounds like a preference thing, whether you want them crunchy or not.
Exactly.
Cool.
All right, in they go.
All right.
Nice. And set this over
When
here.
things start smelling good, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And mushrooms, I turn around until they're coated with the oil. And then most of the time, depending on what I'm making, of course, I just let them sit for a minute because if you don't keep stirring them, then they will kind of sear like a piece of meat and keep their juices in rather than releasing them.
Leave them alone for a while.
Yep. While I get my pepper going,
Sprinkling some pepper on there.
a little salt.
Salt.
I think we put.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna put a little bit more marjoram in.
Okay. And we had a question. If we already loaded the mixture to be cooked under boil, do you coat with oil or butter?
And the broiler, I think they probably.
Is that what
This part
I am not
put
sure
this
what
part
the
or the
broil.
mush-
She meant broil.
Yeah, I think she needs this part.
Oh, no, this part you can use butter or oil. It doesn't matter because this will be in your mushroom. But for broiling your mushroom, we're going to just wipe the bottom with oil. Butter under broil might burn.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you'll see that this will be almost nothing, but it kind of soaks in like that.
Cool.
What I'm understanding is this mixture really should be cooked in a pan like this.
Yes.
But you have the option then to broil the portobello, the whole portobellos, probably with the mixture inside of it, which is stove later.
But you know what? If your mushrooms are diced up and everything, and you've already put it together with these ingredients raw, it will be different, but it won't be inedible by any means. It'll still be good.
Awesome.
It just you might prefer next time to have the interior mushrooms a little more brown.
Okay.
Okay, that's good right there. I'm going to just turn this off and just sit there for a second.
Okay.
Pause.
Pause clear.
Clear. Bye-bye. All right, so that's there. And in the
I can just see
pan,
that. That looks great.
yeah, throw that on some pasta, throw that in some eggs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm just going to cut through my zest a little bit just to break it up because they're pretty long strands. I'll just sprinkle that in. That'll make it muy aromatico.
The zest has gone in the pan if you didn't see it.
Nice.
And the pan's off once again. We turned it
Yeah.
off.
Oh, okay. Turn your pan off.
It's still sizzling a little bit, but we're going to remove it momentarily.
We add the zest to the mixture.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we're ready to assemble. Let's move my parsley over here. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna get my nuts ready. Parsley at the last minute,
Mhm.
Okay.
mushrooms, and cheese.
All right.
Mm. All right. And we do kind of want that to cool a little bit, so I'm going to dump it out.
So it looks like we want to let that filling that we cooked in the pan cool a little bit. So we are removing it from the pan now into a bowl, and we're just going to set it to the side for a second.
Sounds good.
If you don't have time to wait, you can just dump this in your mushroom and pile the cheese on top, but I kind of like it to be mixed together a little bit.
Sure.
All right,
Mixtures in a bowl.
set this pan aside to cool off before we wash it. All right. So, well, because I didn't cool that off fast enough, I'm going to start mixing my cheese with the nuts.
Okay.
So they'll mix the mushrooms in, and this part will be done.
Nice. All the cheese into a bowl. I think there's about a cup of cheese is what the recipe
Yes.
called for.
And just a good thing to remember, because so many recipes tell you a cup and you go to the store and say, how much cheese is that? Because they're selling it to you by the ounce. 4 ounces of most cheeses is a cup.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm taking my hazelnuts and just making sure I have the broken ones and the whole ones I'm squishing. Break them again.
Nice. The hazelnuts are going in with the cheese.
All right.
Maybe I'm hungry, but that's another combo that just to me is already looking good.
I was thinking that too. That sounds good by itself. Hazelnuts and cheese.
We didn't
Hazelnuts,
put it all together yet.
they are one of the best ingredients, I think, on earth.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with hazelnuts.
My whole adult life, I wanted to have hazelnut trees, and I never lived anywhere where I could have them. So now I live somewhere I could have them, and by the time I researched it, you would have to have 2, but preferably 3 to get any nuts, and I don't have that kind of space, so
Oh, they like fertilize each other or something?
cross-pollination, yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to have the right kind of second tree to pollinate the one you have.
Oh, interesting.
So keep buying them from farms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although there is one at one of the seed catalogs that is inoculated with truffles, talking about mushrooms.
Oh,
So have that one and just have it for the truffle. Why not?
Right.
I found a few wild hazelnut trees
Really?
and just
Where?
out on hikes.
Oh,
Just out on hikes.
Oh.
I'm like,
You'll never tell us where exactly they are.
I don't remember. That's the sad thing.
Sure.
But the chipmunks raid them, so it's kind of
Yeah.
I'm lucky I get it.
Wow, I didn't know people grew hazelnuts around here. That's interesting.
when I
Oh,
lived
that they
in
grew
France, my neighborhood had trees lined with hazelnuts. So picking green ones during the fall, right off the tree and eating them.
What a life.
Wow.
It was. All right, mushrooms going into the cheese hazelnut mixture.
Okay.
That heater is going in with the cheese.
Yep,
It's cool.
Nice.
all that lemon zest. All right, one more gentle toss. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna put my parsley in right now. Let it mix up. All right.
And our mixture.
Oh, I didn't rub the bottom. Quick.
It's oil on the bottom of the portobello,
Just a
right?
little bit, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So I just pour it in my hand and rub it on.
Oh, okay.
Do it fast so that I can get 2 worth out of each handful. That's all you're looking for, is to moisturize it a little bit.
Light coating, it looks like.
Very light, yep. It's good for your skin too.
I'm sure.
I like avocado. I was in a food fight once and mushing avocado, and I can't tell you how soft my hands were the next day. All righty, so that's done. Continue stuffing.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
Looks like you're giving them a healthy stuffing.
Yes, because there's lots of air pockets, of course, in there, and so when it melts, it'll all sink down, and you'll
Sure.
still have full mushroom.
Nice.
And there just must be so many variations of fillings you could put inside.
Absolutely.
Oh, sure.
Get creative after a while. And
This one sounds pretty good though.
yeah, it does.
You know, if you have a bumper crop of basil and tomatoes, why not do your parsley, garlic on the bottom, slice some really outrageously good tomatoes from your garden, put those on top, put a little cheese or not, maybe just a little Parmigiano, put it under the broiler.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, put a big slice of a nice heirloom on there.
Yes.
Yum.
If you're in a burger mood, put it on a bun.
There you go.
Use your favorite cheese, no matter what it is. Okay, we're almost all stuffed up here. Okay, turning this back on to start. What am I doing? Medium high, I guess.
Yeah.
So turn your pan back on medium high heat.
Since the bottom is covered in oil, we probably don't need to oil the pan again, or should we?
No, because we have oil on the mushroom, and also it will release some moisture when it starts cooking, and we
Sure.
don't want it to totally push out. Medium high, it depends on your stove, etc., but judge how quickly they're cooking, because in order to get the cheese to melt, we're going to put a cover on it, and you don't want the bottom to be flat.
This is also the point where you could put it in the broiler if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Yes.
You have a little bit more control with that.
Yeah, it's easy too.
All right. The same one. So I hear a little sizzling, so I know my pan is up to heat. I'll just let it go for a minute so I can gauge how hot the pan is, because I don't know this burner intimately.
Sure.
And then we'll put it on, it'll finish cooking, and it will push the heat into your mushroom, melt the cheese, hand wash.
We have a request for a close-up, Alan.
Okay, coming up.
Thank you, sir. Perfect.
How good does that look?
That looks awesome. I bet it's, oh man. I bet it's gonna start smelling really good when that all starts melting and heating.
Yeah, it's smelling good already.
Oh, I bet.
It's doing something.
We have movement.
Yes.
All right, so I'm getting ready to get my salad ingredients together while we're waiting for that to come up to heat.
And Julia asked, can we broil instead? I'm assuming she can.
Yeah, that's my preferred method of doing this, because you can kind of control things better that way.
Cool. Yeah.
So
Go ahead and broil them if you like. And do you do the same thing? Just rub them lightly with oil and put them on a pan?
Absolutely, just
Cool.
on a sheet pan or a piece of oil. Okay, we're turn this down to medium now because this pan is pretty hot.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to move it around.
That lid now.
I think we're going to go for a lid now.
Okay. Yeah, might heat quicker.
All right. One more way. All right.
I think Tim's looking for a big lid.
Yes, if not, we can use a bowl.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
All right, so salad assemblage and all this stuff is all. So let's see, I've got some broccoli tonight. Let's make our vinaigrette first, so that is all together and the flavors are melding.
Cool.
All right, I have.
Somebody said a cookie sheet might work as a cover. It probably depends on how high the mushrooms are sitting.
Well, all I have to do is flatten this guy out a little bit and we'll be good.
I think Tim has a bowl there that might work.
My salad bowl?
Yeah. That's too big.
No, if you angle it up onto the handle a little bit so the edge is on the edge like that.
For those broiling, Valerie, how long should they broil for?
It takes, I'm going to say 5 to 8 minutes.
Although with broiler, I would say generally watch it closely.
Yes.
When it starts bubbling in the middle of the mushroom, the cheese in the middle is bubbling or it has kind of flattened out and it's all melted, it's done.
All right. Good to know.
Let's see if
I just feel like in the broiler, I check something and I think, oh, 1 more minute, and I forget about it in 2 minutes. And
Well,
all of a
that's what
sudden-
And it burns.
set your timer. And so on the directions that I gave you with the recipe, I said to check it at 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because how close is your broiler rack? How hot is your broiler? All of that.
Totally. You might want to check it at 3 or 4 minutes just in case.
All right, so. Oh, dressing. Or did I see it?
Oh yeah, the vinaigrette.
So. We are using lemon balsamico and olive oil. This dressing is something where you can use whatever you like, of course, vinegar wise. I did just put some little vinegar notes on your recipe so you can, perhaps if you don't really know vinegars that well, you can judge what you want to try. If
Cool.
you're a drinker, you want balsamic or lemon juice. You don't want apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar.
Right.
All right, so I am going to do some lemon juice into the vinaigrette bowl.
Okay. So you're putting a whole lemon in there?
I think I'm going to do a half a lemon and then half balsamico.
Okay.
And we have regular dark balsamico that we all know. These days, there's a white one around. It's a little bit sweeter. Sometimes it's just called Italian white vinegar condiment, but it's other people call it white balsamic.
Interesting.
Okay, and then just make sure I'm doing what you guys have on your sticky. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Then that shallot that you kept from the mushroom.
Yes.
Get that. Let me put my other tablespoon of balsamic in. Right. How about that pot? Oh, that's not a pot.
Yeah, that's the juicer.
I think we'd have a lid in
So
this
perfect
kitchen,
size.
but that's okay.
That's all right. Ours might not melt as well as yours because we are lid challenged.
Yes.
Nice plate. Yeah, it's just too heavy. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's too small. Yeah, it's too small. Okay, we're going back to the glass lid. It's okay that it's touching.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, oh, mustard.
Okay, so recap. We have balsamic,
And lemon juice.
lemon juice. Yeah.
And I'm going to put in the tablespoon of Dijon mustard.
Okay.
I see 1 to 2 tablespoons of balsamic.
That's it.
Yeah. 2 tablespoons of lemon. 2 tablespoons of mustard.
And remember, again, I'm just going to keep saying it, this up to your personal taste because some vinaigrettes are more oil heavy, some are more vinegar heavy. So
Sure.
when you're done making your vinaigrette, always taste it with a leaf, not with your finger, because that's a totally different delivery method. It's not going to taste the same at all.
Wait, I missed that, Valerie. Taste it with what?
Take a leaf of lettuce,
Oh, okay.
your salad, and taste it with that, because then you'll get a true sense of how much vinegar, mustard, oil, salt, and pepper.
Cool.
Because
That makes
often
sense.
you prep the salad and it looks perfect, and you taste it, and you can't taste any dressing because there's just not enough.
Sure. That makes sense.
This time I'm going to dice the shallot a little bit small. I
Okay.
usually for a salad dressing. So 4 slices instead of 3. And
Okay.
then on the top again, I will show you how small the mince is after we do it. Okay.
So instead of dicing the shallot, we're more like mincing it.
Yeah, a dice is larger. A mince is a very small dice.
Mm-hmm.
In between the two of those is a brunoise if you want to get that.
Cool.
All right, so you can see how small those pieces are.
Mm-hmm.
So when you bite on them, they're raw in your salad. It's not going to blow you away.
Sure.
Right?
So add your shallots to your vinaigrette.
Okay, got our shallots, mustard, vinegar, lemon in.
Yep.
I think all we have left is oil on this one. Yes, and salt and pepper. Okay, so I grab a whisk.
And then in terms of the portobellos, as long as the cheese is melted and the bottom is cooked, they should be in good shape to take them off.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
All right, so I'm going to whisk in the mustard.
And did you say you put salt and pepper in there too?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, mustard's incorporated.
Cool.
I'm going to start with about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. This isn't a real strong one, so sometimes you can mix them, use olive oil as the base, or I like to use like avocado oil for the base, and for the last tablespoon or so, put in some roasted walnut oil,
Mm.
pecan oil. Even there's sometimes you can find pistachio oil.
Nice.
All right, so the mustard, besides making this a little extra tangy, also helps to emulsify it. Not quite.
Yeah. Sure this.
We're only on medium, right?
Yeah. But I know I've turned up to it.
Oh,
It was taking a little long.
okay. All right, we'll just have to check the bottom and make sure it's not burning.
I think it's okay. Seemed like it wasn't very.
Okay, we're getting there. All right, and I'm going to grab a leaf and put salt and pepper first.
Oh, yeah.
Salt and pepper.
And when you get to your salad, make sure you want to use a really nice, usually preferably fresh brown pepper. There's a whole world of greens and pinks and Vietnamese, etc. peppers out there. They're pretty cool. Fleur de sel is a really light salt flake. I think you have Walden sea salt. That's a common one that's around.
Yeah.
And break apart easily, but you still have little crunches if you like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's see.
Looks pretty good.
Okay, well, we're getting a little black. So we're gonna turn it back to medium. And I'm just gonna put a dribble of oil because it's gonna make a little more moisture.
So Valerie, somebody who's broiling says her mushrooms have cooked and browned, but are still hard. And she was wondering how long it takes for them to finish. Didn't you say like 5 to 8 minutes?
5 to 8 minutes, but I mean, I don't aim for these mushrooms to totally collapse. I aim for this to keep a little bit of its texture. So if you just cover it to stay warm and your cheese not coagulate and let them sit for a minute, all that heat's going to keep going, or turn off the oven and put it on a lower wrap. And then that way you'll keep your cheese more melted and it'll cook the mushroom a little bit more.
Okay,
if
cool.
you like it softer.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. All right, let's see where it's at.
Your salad bowl?
I think so. I put a lot of pepper. I'm gonna put a little more vinegar. And I can put a little bit more oil.
Point where at home you might taste test and see if you yourself want to add a few more things or
You could throw in shredded up fresh basil. That would be great.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, all right, that's it.
pop that lid still.
Yeah. So we're gonna let it sit there because our cheese is quite melted on this one.
If you want, we can do these two and do these two.
Okay. They look good. All right, guys. So let's just put a quick salad together here. Set
Cool.
my dressing aside. You can set it in the fridge if you like chilled dressing. I usually like to chill my dressing, but not my salad ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have romaine lettuce tonight. And it's already washed. And I can't really get into my method of keeping the leaves dry in the fridge, but usually I weave some paper towels in it to absorb the water, wrap it in paper towel, put it in the plastic bag, because the leaves are not touching the plastic, which makes them wilt faster, because nobody likes wet ingredients in their salad. Just totally delicious dressing. And if you are so inclined, you might want to keep the bigger leaves for like a Caesar salad or for your sandwiches. If you like the really crunchy, they're on the inside.
Do you have a favorite lettuce for your salads? This is romaine.
For my salads, generally, my favorite is butter lettuce. Like it has other names too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see one, it's called butter crunch. So it's almost like a green leaf, but way better. And it's a big round head, but it's really crunchy, but it still has that little leatheriness on the leaves. That's a real good one.
Nice.
You guys have it here, and they have it at the farmer's market sometimes as well.
Cool.
All right. So the inside leaves are a little wet, just dry them up really fast. One restaurant I worked at, so restaurant amounts of lettuce. After they spun all the greens in the big salad spinner, the guys would have to sit there with towels and do what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
They were required to dry every leaf, so there was no wet salad. All right, I think that'll be good for us here. This is pretty dry.
All right.
Get a couple more of these little guys here. Oh, you know what we were going to tell you is we were talking about when you buy parsley and green onions, if you don't use them all that much, one way of keeping them is get a container, a tall one, put some water in the bottom, after you wash them, put the roots down, put your bunch of parsley, maybe keep the rubber band around it so it doesn't flop everywhere. And then put a paper towel across the top so you're not touching the plastic. Put the plastic bag over the top, and you have these things stay in your refrigerator for sometimes 2 or 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, one more leaf and then I can. Salad is a personal preference thing. Some people like a lot of greens and a little bit of stuff. Sometimes we'll make salads and have some greens, but make it more about all of the vegetables that go in.
Sure.
I guess it depends on the season and what's available.
Mm-hmm.
So ideally, I like to tear up the leaves rather than cut them. But like with romaine, the crunchy part is sometimes a little tougher.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tear the little ones a little bit. I believe that salad should be, everything should be bite-sized. If 3/4 of the ingredients in your salad are bite-sized, then you have like one big something in there. Why? Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't put huge slices of onions in your salads. That makes me nuts when you go to restaurants and they do that.
I know. It's like then all you taste is the onion.
Exactly. All right. All right, a little bit more. We're looking pretty melty up
Yeah,
here.
those mushrooms are looking good.
Awesome.
Ours are just sitting there, staying warm.
Cool.
Maybe yours is too.
Okay, then we're going to, let's see, what else are we doing? Take the grater back, please.
Yes.
We're going to do a little bit of shredded carrot.
That's something I always do to my salads, shredded carrot. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I have to say, I prefer the texture when I do like straight on, full on carrot salads. I think it's the number 6 grating blade on a Cuisinart. It keeps the shreds rounder rather than flat.
Mm-hmm.
So pushing is fast. Just an FYI. If you have a Cuisinart, whoops. And you have to worry about getting your fingers. All right. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a radish, we have broccoli, Belgian endive.
This is definitely something can kind of be whatever they have at home, probably, right? Whatever
Yep.
vegetables they have.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Okay, there's our carrot.
Yeah.
Cucumbers, man.
Yeah. It's usually a cucumber in my salad too.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I know a lot of people like raw broccoli. I do not, but tonight we're using raw broccoli because I didn't steam it. But I'll put this in a glass measuring cup in the micro for like 20 seconds just to take the raw edge off, but it's still completely green. In fact, it's greener.
Mm-hmm.
I use that in my salads or dips or whatever.
Cool.
I do like raw broccoli. I'm one of those people.
A lot of people do. Okay, and bite size, remember.
Mm-hmm.
Broccoli, cut one more. And then we have our 4 more ingredients.
All right.
So cucumber already washed here. Let's just get this baby out of the way. I like to do chunks because it's easier to fork than a thin slice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Belgian endive, that's what this is.
Mhm.
It's in the chicory family. If you know radicchio, it's not as bitter as that. This has a very mild bitter flavor, hardly at all. But it's a fun vegetable because sometimes they're about this big. If you're having a party, take these little babies and put a little scoop of something right there and you have finger food.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So I cut the tips off like that and then just sprinkle them.
Nice. Almost looks like an artichoke. when you
Oh,
put
it does,
that
yeah.
way. Yeah.
And then the stem is thicker, so I'll cut that in half and then slice it a little bit. Has a nice texture, a little chewy, but not snappy.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's see, watermelon radish.
Oh yeah,
Don't know these, they're great.
they are.
I didn't bring a peeler. Let's see. Just gonna take a little piece of it off. Well, let's do the top so you can see it. And you never know what they're gonna look like. So this one is a soft pink. Sometimes they're literally green with red.
Yeah,
Straight.
they can be really bright and colorful.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the skin off. When they're bigger, the skin is a little bit tough, not hardly, but. All right, we'll do a few slices of this and then we'll have tomato and we'll call it salad.
Awesome.
So I think we can show you what our mushroom looks like and you can compare it to yours. Beauty, look at that.
Nice.
Wow,
Oh my
how's that
gosh.
look? I know it smells good too.
I bet.
And when you take it out, put it on your plate, you can take those juices and pour them across the top, or if you're having a grain on the side, pour them on the grain.
Oh man, it's great.
Nice.
Not my sharpest knife. Okay, and I cut these thin because they're a little bit more leathery than like a red radish.
Right.
Oops. Come on. Pretty.
Very nice. Yeah.
It's nice
It's a
to aim,
beautiful vegetable.
isn't it? And it's nice to aim to have all different colors in a dish, because then you're getting all those different nutrients that each color brings.
Totally.
That's why it's good if you have organic roses, put in those purple and yellow rose petals, because you don't get to eat all those colors all that often.
Nice.
Okay, I think last thing is tomato. I generally don't toss my tomatoes with the salad just because of, they're falling apart. Sometimes I want that tomatoiness in my dressing though, so I will do that. Sometimes I will slice or cube up my tomatoes separately, put some of the dressing on and let them kind of marinate.
Oh,
That's and then just put them around the edge.
nice.
So we'll just do one more time, some wedges here. More. Oops. And all right, now we're ready to toss.
Okay.
So give this one more little whisk so nothing settles to the bottom. Get all my shallots and peppercorns all together.
Nice.
So I generally pour a half to 2/3 of my dressing on. Well, often I make big batches, so I pour a little bit, let's say that.
Okay.
And toss it together. I actually like the hand method best because you can kind of feel where things are going. You
Sure.
can control, you have something delicate in there. That looks pretty good, but I know it's not enough. So I'm going to scrape some of this, make sure I get more of the shallots that are trying to fall out of solution here.
Nice.
All right, Tim, taste this and see where we're at with the dressing.
Okay. Better grab a fork.
Just grab a leaf.
You're right. Hand method.
Get in there.
Perfect.
All right, so we'll
I wouldn't put
pretend
any
this
more.
is our serving bowl. So I'll clean up the edges.
That's a good dressing. I like that.
Good. All of our radishes are falling to the bottom. There we go. And then we will put our tomatoes just around the edge. Oops.
We're probably about ready to plate, aren't we?
Yes.
Nice.
And I probably would have dressed my tomatoes here we go. And then put them around the edge. Ringo tomatoes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
pretend that it's a nice clean salad bowl.
Look at that.
Nice.
Good looking salad.
Garlic bread would be great with this.
Totally.
All bits of it. Some like, I'm really into farro these days. It's a great grain. You could put this on top of like some bulgur that you put lemon and olive oil on, and it would be a whole meal.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
All
We made it to
right.
the end, right?
And whoops, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Grab it.
And then here's our mushrooms. See, nice and melty. You
There
can-
we go.
The little beach mushrooms in this because their shape kind of mimics the hazelnuts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
I'm going to do that next time again.
Yeah, that turned out really well. That looks beautiful.
And then here, how about a little? Make it look a little more professional. We'll put that, and I can't help myself.
Oh yeah, a little decoration.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Let's see it down.
Above.
There we go. Nice.
Get all this out of your way.
Cool.
Awesome.
So, finished product.
Oh, and then the last recommendation, 'cause I forgot last time to tell you guys. So mushrooms, meaty. If you're a red wine drinker, this Bonnie Dune Cigar de Bolar, it's a mix of red wines, but it's nothing heavy like Cabernet. So it will complement the mushroominess in this. It's not too heavy. It would be okay to have with your salad because you've used balsamic, which kind of makes the triangular meating here. If you're a white wine drinker, Chardonnay would be perfect because once again, you have this cheesy richness that contrasts. Sauvignon Blanc is like the chameleon. It goes with everything. If you like a lighter wine, you want something different but similar. Albarino is a Spanish wine that's outrageously good. It has like apricot fruits, minerals. So that would counterbalance the richness of the mushroom and cheese.
Nice.
One of my favorite grapes. So it's a match made in heaven.
Very cool. Thank you. And I just want to remind everybody to please email me pics of your completed dishes. Y'all have my email in your Zoom confirmations. And thank you, Valerie. This looks amazing.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks all. Does anybody need help? I was just gonna see if anybody needs help completing their meal.
Do you have any questions?
Gotta thank you.
Anybody eaten yet?
Don't think so.
All right.
Too.
Okay, bon appetit.
Everybody doing good? Oh, yeah. Stacy said she's eating and it's yummy.
Yay.
Gotta thank you.
Bravo. Good job.
Yep. Lots of thank yous. So I think people are enjoying or finishing. Oh, nice job, Christina. That looks awesome.
Like ours.
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
All right. Good seeing you all.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Valerie. That was awesome.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
All right. Good night, all.
Nice.
Yeah.